sort of compass, that's why we call it Living Compass, that helps them make decisions day in, day out about their children. And we would say that your faith is important to be your guiding compass.
There are many compasses, as you said, that compete to guide parents. As you said, parents do have a compass. As parents, we may or may not be conscious of that compass. I remember when I first became a parent, I was repeating immediately, not immediately when our kids got just a little bit older, some of the, let's just say it this way, some of the bad habits that I did not want to be repeating from
some of the good ones.
From my own father. Absolutely, and some of the good ones. I was aware of both. I had internalized, we all have internalized compasses from our own parenting, and if we were blessed to have wonderful parents, there's a lot that we want to repeat. There may be things that we want to do differently. But they're the compasses of the dominant culture, they're the compasses of our community, of our gender, of our race. But as you said, our faith is a primary compass. And if our faith can be, if we are conscious about that and mindful about that, it really can direct our parenting. There's in the church, in every service of baptism, the parents and the godparents, in a sense, are making those vows. They are saying, we will make faith our compass. And when we turn to the congregation and say, will you do all in your power to support this person and this family in their new life together, we say we will. So faith communities have, the faith community as well as faith itself is such an important compass and can really get parents oriented and get them back on track when they're perhaps lost their way.
And an example of that, when we say your faith could be your compass, 1 Corinthians is frequently read at weddings, and it's all about love, and everybody's excited about this new marriage. But I like to think about it in using it as a guide for us as parents. Love is patient and kind, and does not
insist on its own way. It's not arrogant. It's not rude.
All of those
not
things.
boastful.
And if that can be your goal every day when you get up in the morning, to be those things with your child, that's a way that your faith could be your compass. So it's guiding you into what you're attempting to do in all the interactions you have as a parent, from getting them up in the morning to getting them fed and out the door and helping them with their schoolwork. Patient and kind, and not insisting on your ways.
I think too about so many of Jesus' teachings are about servanthood. What he modeled that in the way he in the Last Supper with the disciples, but so much of his teachings were about, if you want to be the greatest, be my servant, be a servant to others. And I don't have to tell parents that are watching this that there's a lot of servanthood ministry possibilities in being a parent. So that a way is again in which our faith can act as a compass and guide us as parents. It takes a lot of humility to be a parent. It's a very humbling experience. And yet it is one of the most profound spiritual experiences we can ever have. It's a little daunting to recognize as parents too that we are the primary compass for our children. And
they are watching.
They are watching.
And they are listening.
What's that? When we do parent workshops, we often say, how does it go? Don't worry whether they're listening to what you say. Worry that they're always watching. I love that.
Absolutely. So at the end of this session, we want to just remind parents that they are their children's compass. What they're doing, how they're speaking, how they're living out their role as a parent. The children are watching. And it is always a good idea for parents to think about what compass they are following and what is their guide as they are embarking on this job, this very important job of being